Right there. So, hello everyone, it's time for RC, right? The highlight of the week, always at RC, right? Waiting for this episode, seeing the fight. I love you. Aisteru, yeah. Very good episode, of course, last week. I rewatched it once afterwards. It was a good episode, right? I mean, seeing Satella for the first time, right? It's obviously Emilia. No, but I mean, it looks like Emilia, right? And I know. I was the same, they're both elf or something. But come on. I think it makes sense that they could be the same person, right? Because they have the gospel, the roswaal ending, and so on, right? The future sight. If you have person time traveling, they have time travel, and and so on, right? Like, how would they have a future sight book? Probably because someone wrote it, right, from the future. So, but whatever, I digress. That's a really episode, right? Of course, we saw all the other, Minerva, and we saw the other ones, of course. But obviously, Minerva was a hottie, but we saw the other ones. And, kind of half-ass learned how to, I guess, beat the rabbits by, like, mana pudding them or something. But now then, he's gonna fight Satella. Let's watch the game. So 3, 2, 1, and go. And I guess he's going for maybe roswaal. And I think he has the book, right? I think he has the other true gospel. He mentioned to have two different gospel, two true gospel, right? He probably has the other truth, right? Would be my guess. Probably. Yeah, so he's gonna befriend his killer here. It's time for doing a Subaru where you befriend the person who killed you last week. This guy is pretty strong. I'm gonna be his friend now. Yeah, and the sun is coming in my face. It's Subaru style. It's probably the opening again. It's the anime that was skipping the opening and ending. Yeah, it's like there's no opening. Okay, so Ram saved him. They're friends in this time period. Yeah. Even Otto! Well, maybe he's gonna die, right? And go back here. Can also be that he didn't. This is the army of tiny elf babas. This is a true power, I guess, something. Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, here they are. They're all of them. There's so many of them. They ain't her, okay? It's like a clones. Okay, empty on the inside. Yeah, because we see in the ending she has 10 other elf people, right? So something like that. What's it gonna play? It's also the dark in the anime. Yeah. Pages, Satella. Oh, here we go, in a fighter now. It's so dark though, but yeah. I love you. She's Netherred, that's why she appeared at, because she's Netherred, yeah. That's why she here at. You got Netherred by echidna last week. She's like, I will get my man! So he's probably gonna die now. Ooh. Yeah. Nikomamushi. Well, here we go. She can... What can she do, though? They just explode? But what is this? Is it like shadow? Is it like Itachi style? I don't know. Is that effective? Oh, not Garfield! Oh! I think Subaru. Whoa, he just exploded too. She's like, pfft. Yeah, she don't love him. Oh man, he is. I mean, it sounds like Emilia too, right? It sounds like Emilia's voice, right? Yeah, she's really crazy, at least, that's sure. I love you, yeah. But isn't the same voice as Emilia, Mega mean, explosive, yeah. What happened now then? Or she killed him maybe? It's like a mental breakdown probably from... Oof. It's kind of weird, yeah. This is even more Naruto now. She's like Manuka Sharingan. It's like some weird mental breakdown attack. You will love me. Yeah, she's not killing me. She's just telling me to love her. This is some weird yandere thing. Yeah, this is you will love me. This is some really weird. Yeah, and Kina kind of buffed his handkerchief, right? So exactly. Probably, she probably knew what she can do, right? But this is some really weird maximum yandere here. Yeah, I'm gonna like cover him in my shadow and force him to like me or something. Ooh. And he kills himself, I guess, in the... Okay, that sounds more like Emilia again. I keep saying it, but I think it's Emilia, right? It sounds like Emilia, and even her like, yeah, even her like, you know, surprise sound like Emilia. He's trying to remove her clothes there. There we go. So it'd be Emilia, right? Come on. Where they look exactly the same, but everyone's like, yeah, and people say, oh, they look exactly the same because they're the same race. Come on, it's Emilia, right? See, even Subaru's like, I'm gonna save you from turning into this thing, right? See, I keep saying it! Like, it's gonna be Emilia, right? It looks exactly the same. People say, oh, that's why I hate Emilia. No, come on, it's the same person, right? With some kind of weird time shenanigans. That absolutely like Emilia, right? She was crying there, of course. And that's of course why she loves him, right? Because she's turning into some kind of, you know, crazy... So he was afraid of Emilia, because he's like, is that her? See, it can't actually be her. But they look absurdly similar, right? And it's just like, I've been saying it for a while. I said it earlier too, and I said it too. Come on, it's gonna be the same person, right? I'm not buying this whole thing, right? People saying that these happen to look exactly the same because they're the same elf race. Like, no. I'm not buying that first. I'm not buying it for a second. I don't buy it at all. I think it makes much more sense. That's why she's in love with him, right? That it's the same goddamn person. So he's even touching him in the same way here. And I said it back when we had the opening, right? When they had the opening one and so on. It's like, Emilia and Satella hugging him, right? It's the same thing, right? Yeah, Subaru. And the Ram is like, ha! I knew it! You're useless! Yes, thank you, Ram. But I mean, yeah, looks like her, but doesn't look like her. I think it looks the same person. It's way too... I can't see it otherwise. Why she would be like her clone or something. I don't see how she would... Like, what else would she be? Like, why would she look exactly like her? Come on, it just looks like her. Look exactly the same, right? But he's going back far on here in there. That's good. That's good, Ram. You need more Ram house. But unfortunately, Otto doesn't... Yeah, but Otto hasn't had that, you know... I feel sorry for Otto now. They haven't had a friendship, the bromance moment now. No, he's friends with Garfield again, I guess. I wonder though what her clone thing did. Did you try to explode on her? Like, what? Yeah, what did all the little elf clones do? Like, what was that, or whatever she is? The little, yeah, little babas. What did that actually do when they exploded her? Okay, here we go. Gonna talk to Ramu. She's gonna be like, ha! But yeah, one thing though, the Roswaal had the I guess the true gospel, right? And he also was like, you better do it better next time, Subaru. So he seems to know he's dying, right? And going back, and he's like, you better do it better next, life. Yeah, that's probably true. People start out Ram in Ram. Probably. Yeah. Okay, so all the memories that he saw. Yeah. So then go to memory, I guess he saw them from someone else. Memory. Interesting. What did he see then? This is very much like the echidna, like burial place with the butterfly and so on. Some butterflies in the opening ending, right? Ah, there we go. See, always the key, right? But we keep seeing the butterflies in the ending and opening, so that's the butterflies in the door there, right? So this is like a pathway to tea time again, maybe? Could it be your body, maybe? In Kina's body. It's probably alive, right? I'm thinking like fairy tale. Ah, I knew it! Family friendly, I knew it! What's on the letter list? Oh, someone else? It's not her? No, yeah, it's the was, I thought it was gonna be in Kina, right? It was gonna be best girl. Okay, I guess every one of her is fake then. All the other ones. But it's the one... Are they all fake then? I'm thinking like maybe all of them fake, right? Like all of them, even though I thought earlier. So maybe, yeah, like all of them might be her clones, right? Why would she be in there? Maybe she's a witch though. What is she? Why would she be? No, she was supposed to greed, yeah. Okay, so kind of well, this is like, I mean, they all look like small elves too, right? Yeah, small little Emilias. Tiny chibi Emilias, yeah. What is this? I thought it was gonna be, you know, in Echidna, right? In the first. Like, why would they have this, like, a witch probably in there? Yeah. Okay, yeah. An experimental facility, eh? Interesting. So she is connected to cloud magic? Me, probably? Like her, right? Yeah, like... Did she create me? Yeah, so I guess she created that. I guess Echidna... Yeah, so there are clones. They're all just fake copies. None of them are real, I guess. Yeah, this is confusing. It's like, okay, yeah, they're all fake, as I guessed earlier, but... What does this mean, though? Yeah. Well, even if she's a greed witch, maybe she created them to be like, you can go around and get information, like Naruto. I'm thinking like the clones can give her info, maybe? I think it's just like... interesting. Personality, memories. This is like... Soul, trying to create a soul. So are they all her like soul children or something? Yeah, and I gave it a soul. She's greedy after all, so. Yeah, and she's like stuck in the... Yeah, couldn't get her immortal soul. Yeah, and more clones being produced every day. Okay, yeah, like... Yeah, but it is pure mana. You can just hang around forever. Capsule. It's a hobby. Come on, it's like drinking tea. Yeah, it's probably. I'm thinking echidna is like we all like tea though. It's like a family thing, right? We all like tea time. I see you the connection here. This my mom like tea though, you know. Oh, yeah, she's like she's the clone, health clone, yeah, the clone manager. Yeah, I was created to be the clone boss. Well, I mean, she knows that he. So he can control the little clone army. Is this Subaru's little army now? Yes. Yeah, he got she buffed his handkerchief. Yeah. Yeah, he's been drinking her tea. He's been drinking her tea. Yeah. The tea has been buffing. Yeah, her body fluid. All her blood and toenails and hair. Yeah, you are drinking part of the witch. You control the little army now. Little Baba army. Oh my god. Yeah, can he also... Yeah. Does he also have part of it then? Has he had tea time too? Yeah, okay, so Garfield's also having tea time. Not just lasagna, he also like tea. Okay, so he's also had tea time. It's more relationship drama, yeah. So Subaru gets another you know level up here. Yeah, he can now control the little the little tiny army of yeah. What can they do though? I don't know. They just like ran into Satella and exploded. Yeah, I don't know. Can they, like are the little mana bombs? Yeah, what can they actually do? But given their mana, they're probably gonna be connected to the rabbits, would be my guess, right? Because the rabbits are like mana driven, so I think that he's gonna use them to fight the massive rabbit army. That would make sense. Okay, after tomorrow. Very specific. Please ask me this tomorrow. Yeah, okay, why? But I think definitely he's probably gonna use them to fight the rabbits, right? Because the rabbits had with mana, they've been tracking mana and so on, and they are made of mana, and there are a lot of them. Man, look at evil she looks. Slow, it is super evil. Super evil. It looks super. See? Standing over there looking pure evil like a ghost, yeah. Like some kind of witch or something. Look at the face. That's a witch face. This is before turning into a witch. Come on. I don't trust this elf at all. Is that mean? She's like, no. They're evil. Yeah, don't call me that. There's an evil thing. Yeah, it's like, no, but I'm coming from a cultural difference. Yeah, but in my culture, it's a good thing. Exactly. Like, don't you insult me by calling me some kind of. This is the moment, though, why she's gonna say, I love you, 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 I love you. Yeah, this is how it starts. Yeah, Pac has been gone the whole season, more or less, right? Since the beginning. But he wants to do the trial. He wants to take it over, right? But I mean, she has a green. I mean, obviously the pack thing, but think about the green and the blue. It's a tune, right? Because he used the necklace thing, right? She's holding the pack, yeah. But he used that one to open the door, right, to the factory. So you would imagine her green one with pack should also be a key to opening a door, right? And the one she's holding now, right, her pack necklace. That also is probably like a key to somewhere else, right? Man, it's Otto. The main man, yeah, the main bro. But now they missed out the whole, you know, weird bromance moment, so it's a little sad. Yeah. Okay, they're still gonna go back there. But can they make it in time then? Because, I mean, we know that, you know, Emilia's probably gonna freeze everything over, right? And then the rabbits will appear and so on from the man and kill everyone, so... Still gonna try to fight Elsa or whatever. This season will probably end with him somehow saving the mansion, I guess. People at the mansion. That's probably how it's gonna end, right? If he said the sun is gonna go into... Yeah, it's gonna go now and somehow win at the mansion. This seems like really... This is really bad though, because last time it's like he brought Ram with him, right? Ram can fight and so on. But maybe he's gonna bring the brother. Yeah, it's like I gotta bring Garfield instead this time. I'm gonna bring the bigger cat. That could be a thing. Like I'm taking the big cat with me if he can leave the sanctuary though. But I mean, his sister wasn't strong enough. I'll bring the bigger one, like the bigger cat. He's gonna befriend Garfield, I guess now. Classic Subaru. First he killed them, and then he befriends them. Yeah, it's like first day. But yeah, we know Garfield also then has drinks on tea, right? He also has some tea in his body. So it's more natural. The poor dragon, can't kill dragon again. Yeah, I also drank the tea. Come on, this is like... Come on, this is so natural! That's my girl! It's my best girl! You can't just go to my best girl in her sanctuary. Come on, that's what it's about, right? This is like a weird... This is some weird moment, I feel. Come on, we all know what that's about. Well, I mean, you kind of knows who's hiding also. There's no ending again. It's anime, this longer episode, there's no ending and opening. There's so much goddamn content per episode. We have to really answer the question. I'm happy, Emilia, no matter what happens. Okay, good. But he knows about the old hag though, so... He knows about the little Baba. Oh man, he really doesn't know Subaru. you don't know what suffering is, but I do know suffering. I know endless suffering. Yeah, I know hell. I mean, if it's the one person that knows suffering, Subaru. He really doesn't know Subaru. You don't know suffering. He is... Oh, I know everything about pain. Yeah, it's like, don't you worry, cat. I've seen pain. I have seen pain a lot. Yeah. The one thing Subaru is confident is in pain. Yeah, in suffering and pain. I know hell. I was like, yeah, good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Okay, there's more actually. Even get to the mansion. It's actually even like 2 minutes left. Jesus Christ, episode so long. Okay, so he's back at the mansion. How is he gonna? I don't know how he's gonna win now. Because like he died last time, right? They all died last time with the hand thing, and now he has less RAM. There's less people with him. I don't see his plan here. It's less wars with him, less people to fight with him. Yeah, it's like thank you for, but yeah, this seems like a worse odds than last time. But Petra's all cute, you know. She's like RAM, 3.0 here. Yeah, it's all super cute and everything, but they're probably gonna die again, right? It's like take RAM and I don't know, take up RAM. I mean, and run or something. It's like, yeah, I don't know how he's gonna do his all. Well, maybe Beatrice, maybe into Becco. I guess you can tell her he's the one, yeah, tell her the truth or something. You can talk to Beatrice and tell her to help him. That's probably the best way. Yeah, the one thing I think is that he's gonna tell Beatrice something else now this time, and then she's gonna help him because he's gonna change the gospel. It's the only thing I can imagine, right? That then maybe she can defeat Elsa for him or something. Yeah, I'll tell you something true here now. Yeah, like this thing. Yeah. So what will he say now to? Okay, be set free this time. Maybe he can. Yeah, it's like, can he make her leave? Make her be a less Hikamori? It sounds like that ending is very interesting. It sounds like she's like, tell me something and I can go outside, right? Basically, like it sounds like that she's basically expecting him to be able to help her leave the library, right? In a sense, probably my guess, guys. That's probably my guess, yeah. Like that's probably my guess. It sounded at the end like she's like, "Oh, tell me this stuff, and then I can finally be free," and then she can leave, right? But then again, though, makes it sound like she almost knows he's dying too, right? And because Roswaal had, I suppose, right? Roswaal had the other true gospel that she has, right? One of the true gospels, and he's like Subaru. He can probably die or something. He seems to also know that he's going back and forth, right? Because he was like, next life, please don't die, right? please save me next life. It's kind of like he was kind of saying, he's implying that next attempt, please do it better, right? So he seems to know, right? She probably knows, right? She has the same book, right? That tells you the truth of the path or whatever. She probably knows too, right? So it feels like, I mean, it kind of feels like, I think so, definitely, that both with Roswaal and with her, with Beatrice, they both seem to be aware of the last conversation. She's like, oh yes, last time we were here, we discussed this thing. Like, like she remembers the last time he was there and died, right? With Elsa. That's kind of how I take it is, that she's kind of like, yes, this time, let's do this thing instead. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of reviewing it now, I guess, but let's review it. But we're kind of reviewing it now, right? So, okay, Garfield is also apparently drinking the tea. But there's a good point, though. There actually was a point to drink the tea. There was a point to drink the tea. You drink the tea to get the girl. Yeah. If you drink Echidna's body fluid tea, you get the power of little Baba. You get the Baba power. But anyway, let's go to the first thing, of course, I'm talking about, which is nothing other right than, of course, Emilia crying. I mean, come on. I said it last week. I've been saying it for years, right? Again, right? I'm only an anime only watcher, right? So my theory, of course, is based on the anime. I'm not basing the theories on anything else, right? And that's been in the anime and also the OVA, I suppose. But I said it last week, right? Is Emilia actually Satella, right? With the whole "I love you" and so on, right? But I think it makes sense, right? I think it makes sense that she would be like, why does Satella love him? Well, if she's Emilia, then it kind of is it's self-explained, right? That she loves him and so on, because we kind of know that already. And the way I argue for that, right? The main argument I have, they would be the same person, not just being the same, elf look-alike, right? The main argument I think is that, okay, so first of all, what is the power Subaru has? And it's time travel, right? Time travel, right? Or reverse reality, whatever. Right? But it's basically around time, right? He can go back in time, right? Every time he dies, right? Okay. So he has time travel, okay. So that tells that Satella, as the witch, has time powers, right? Because she is the one doing the reverse time with him, right? So we already know that she has time powers, right? Okay. I think that makes sense, right? Satella has time powers. We already know that from the beginning, right? And then, of course, if Emilia then is Satella, right, and she has time traveled back, right, why not, right? Because again, we know that Satella has time powers. We know that people have time powers, right? I think it makes perfect sense. And also that, as I mentioned last week, we have the whole gospel. Roswaal has the gospel, Betty has the gospel, right? They can get to the future sight kind of thing. How would anyone have perfect future sight? Well, it would be because someone has actually lived through, of course, reality, right? And they've written down what's going to happen, right? So if Emilia, of course, has lived through it, right? Written down what's going to happen in reality, in the future, right? Because she actually was past of it, right? And back in time, you can leave the book in the past, right? Telling you the future, right? But I think it's just like, I mean, even Subaru is, he's when he awakes, right, in the next life again, he's looking at Emilia. It's like, oh, it can't be her, but maybe this, right? He's afraid that it's her, right? And he's like, I'm gonna save you at this moment. Right? I'm gonna save you, right? Again, to me, it really feels like it's supposed to be the same character. I don't see people are defending and say, or like counter-arguing saying that no, they just look exactly the same because they're both elves or something. But yeah, come on, but they look exactly the same. I mean, have you ever seen any other anime or game, whatever, right? You have different elves. You can have many different elves, right? It's always like, well, yeah. I mean, they look very similar, but they look almost exactly the same. And they have the same voice actor, right? It's the same voice, and but yeah, next episode is probably gonna be really crazier. But I think this, again, for me, the main part of the episode really is that, at least in my opinion, Emilia really looks to be Satella, right? I mean, I said it last week and here again. He removes her cloak, right? And Subaru even says again, then he says that it's like, I'm gonna save you, Emilia. Okay, I'm gonna save you, right? More than saying that, oh no, I will save you, I love you. Yeah, so yeah, I have a very hard time seeing how she would not be Emilia in a future version of Emilia, right? That's the big thing, right? For me again, because it's a theory I had, since season 1, right? It's a theory I have had since season 1 that she would be the same person, right? Emilia and Satella. And then we see the open this season, right? We then kind of doing the same huggy thing, and we see the episode 1 and 2 here, right? But yeah, so I think it definitely. Anyway, let's talk about the clone factory. I was surprised that it wasn't her, for that matter. But one thing I want to say, as I mentioned earlier during the reaction, is that if you look at, here it is, if you look at this scene, right? Yeah, every week definitely feels like forever, but if you look at this scene here, this is very interesting too, because so to open the clone factory, Subaru uses, of course, the pedestal, kind of the necklace thing, right? The actual, crystal that they got from Federica, and the whole thing there, right? Yeah. And this thing, to me, looks to be exactly the same thing, right? As Emilia has with the puck thing, right? So puck, but it's green though, yeah. So I mean, it's blue and green. But this is, as he saw in the memory there, this is, like a key, right, to open this factory. So I'm thinking that Emilia's green thing is also a key to open something else. Perhaps maybe it's going to be important to open up something here at Sanctuary. But given that Emilia is at least something connected to, of course, Satella, it might be like Satella's factory might be able to open up with her key, right? Something like that. But I think definitely, yeah, that this key thing seems very interesting. That it's like an actual key, not just like it's both a key to the sanctuary thing and a key inside the sanctuary. It's like a double key, right? And of course, again, why does Emilia has her own green one? It's very like fishy, right? It has to be something connected, but probably then to the other witch, right? But anyway, yeah. So to get in here, right? He meets all the. Well, the hand is probably Subaru, right? Subaru is wiping off tears because he's Emilia, right? That's why he's doing that thing. I was thinking though, I do think then it's interesting. He gets the clone thing, and my general thing, right? Why he gets the clones is this thing. He's gonna beat the rabbits. I said earlier, but I think he gets the clones, this clone army, because Subaru, he heard last episode that the rabbits, right, are defeated by they're tracking mana, and the clones are the clones are constructed by mana. So that's material, yeah, definitely material, that the clones are gonna be how he can lure the rabbits, right? Obviously the rabbits are later gonna be lured by a high mana pool, right? So you get a lot of those clones together, the rabbits will probably get there, right? And then there are a lot of clone versus rabbits, right? So yeah, I think that's like a no-brainer, honestly. I think it's a no-brainer, yeah, definitely. The echidna clone factory versus the rabbits. That to me is like how it's gonna go on. But anyway, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, definitely. I mean, Witch of Envy is Tala exactly like Emilia. We really knew that kinda, but it really is confirmed now. And I think again it's the same person, right? Time traveling. I think it's just time traveling. And that's why he's wiping off the tears, right? Because he thinks that he's... There we go. Sorry for that. Yeah, I hate it happens. You stop the screen, sometimes it hangs on the site there. But yeah, it seems fine. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, look at that face. Look at his face. Look at his face. It's an evil witch. No, but come on, like she's gonna be the same person. I'm gonna keep saying it because I feel so confident in that. But no, I don't know for sure, right? But it just seems that even last week I felt that they're probably the same person, right? It's all about I love you, Subaru, I love you, and so on. It just seems really weird, right? And now here, she even stands here, and I think it's an important note too that Subaru is like, oh, you like a nice fairy, right? Oh, you look so beautiful in this thing. And Emilia's like, oh, don't call me evil. That's like an insult. Yeah, don't insult my appearance, right? It's like, oh no, but in my culture, that's a good thing, right? So even it's like a hint to that too, right? That he's calling her evil, right? And she's like, I'm not evil, no, yeah. So it's like I won't say that she's evil though, but as Subaru said there when he kind of wake up too, right? He's like, I will save you, right? And that can also be read as he's gonna save her from turning into the witch, right? In sense, right? I'm gonna change the future, right? No, but I think it's so. I'm not gonna say it's 100% right, but I think it just seems incredibly likely. I think so. I think everything points to them being the same person. And this scene here, to me, definitely also hinted to that. Of course, it could be a red herring, right? It could be a red herring, right? Arthur's like trying to fool us, right? But really, definitely, he's like calling her evil, by her, like, oh, I'm not evil, yeah. Like that thing also felt like, okay, this is even more on that. He thinks she's a Satella, right? Aesthetic calls her evil, so I think it builds up on that even more, right? Most definitely. I mean, I said even last week, and I said it, last season, I was like, it seems to be the same person. I think, especially, I say it again here before I go to the next important episode, but I think especially because, again, right, they have time travel, right? And I've seen, the Flash, and I've seen other kind of, shows with time travel. Separately in the Flash, it feels like every second bad guy is him. If you ever seen the Flash, I won't spoil too much, but in the Flash, to no surprise, a lot of the bad guys is the Flash from the future or the past, because they time travel all the time. And one of the bad guys, he's the same bad guy that's reappeared like 20 different times because he wants to die and time traveling, alternative futures and so on. Yeah, so a lot of the bad guys are the same people too. That reoccurs, but with different time sets, right? It's like, Jesus Christ, that's overkill on time travel, right? But of course, it is quite, when you have an anime with time travel, like we know they have time travel with anime, that's a main thing, right? When you have an anime with time travel, you are gonna have those moments where you have to wonder that, well, is she the same person who's time traveling because they have time travel? Like it's also the windows are open for time travel. But anyway, let's talk about. The ending, I don't know, yeah, they get to the mansion, right? And as I mentioned during the end reaction there, what I think is gonna happen with the Byaku, right? With Byaku, it's a Subaru set them free, I guess, right? If it really feels like his only way, I think, to win against the evil, Bowel Hunter Elsa is to use Byaku, right? Because he gets there now, and he has no ram with him, didn't bring anyone else, didn't bring, clone army of little... little explosive clone girl, yeah, Babas, yeah, that was kind of, yeah. he's just going alone, right? This time, and so the odds are against him, right? But of course, we know that Bruce was like, tell her this thing, trigger Byakuo to help you. So he has some kind of keyword, right, for Byakuo, and that feels to me that that's gonna be the thing, right? And I think that when he says that, I guess you can leave the library, probably, and I guess you're gonna fight them, right? Probably, have some badass magic fight against Elsa, probably. So that's probably the next episode, right? Probably badass and kind of Byakuo Elsa. That's probably what happened. That's my guess, at least. And one thing that I mentioned earlier too, once again here, is that to me though, both with Roswaal and her, right, as I mentioned earlier, it really seems that they know that he's, left with the echidna, that she knows the truth. Like, oh, but you can time travel, you can go back in time. Because Roswaal is weirdly how it's every time we talk to Roswaal, he's like, oh, yes, he kind of like keeps going the last conversation, right? They kind of like, last time you were here, so let's go on. Yeah, they didn't really start with him. And now when they entered Byakuo's place, she's like, oh, yes, so this time we're gonna discuss this thing, right? So yeah, so and Byakuo did the same thing. She was like, oh yes, this time when we talk, we can prolong my freedom. So it was kind of like she knew that, yes, we talked last week, and but of course she shouldn't know that, right? She shouldn't know that because it's supposed to be. But it really felt like she actually remembered, right, the last event, right? And that could be because she has the true gospel, right? Because she can see them in the future or whatever. She knows actually it's happening. That could be a thing, right? Maybe her and Roswaal, because they have the true gospels, something like that, they are immune to the alternate reality, right? The time reality. Maybe they're like, oh, I know what's happening because I read the gospels. I know how we're gonna flow, right? Something like that. But to me, at least, the fact that she actually remembered the last incident, right, with Elsa and Subaru. That's my guess, at least, that she actually knows what's happening. And you have to remember the last time she was like, Ningen! So she's not a human either, right? She has a kind of magical thing, right? She might also be a pure mana construct, right? She's not a normal human, right? So, something else, right? But yeah, I look for next episode, seeing what... Next episode is probably going to explain a lot of Beatrix is, right? It's probably going to explain a lot more on what she actually... why she can't leave or whatever, right? Or what's her goal is and so on. And if she can see the future and why she's like following this thing and so on, right? But yeah, I think generally she's gonna probably be able to leave, right, next episode and be like a fight with Elsa. And the season is probably gonna end, right? It's like one soon ending here, right? It's probably gonna be like an end fight to defeat Elsa and the Mabi's controller, and that's probably the end of the season, I think. With some cliffhanger, of course, with like Emilia being evil or something like that, right? But anyways, that's a zero. Tomorrow there was more live stream, personal live stream time. It'll be fun, except for that. Of course, on Friday we're doing like Osaka-chan and the girlfriend and so on. See you guys and have